executive producer Lilian Garcia. Every athlete is on this quest. Every performer dives in head first, battling real-life challenges and overcoming obstacles in an effort to make their dreams reality. Singer, speaker, and 15-year WWE host Lilian Garcia was the first woman to ever announce WrestleMania and is now the PFL MMA cage announcer. And now she's giving you an all-access pass to the human interest stories of elite athletes, extraordinary entertainers, and wellness experts. Now, let's embark on another fascinating journey of chasing glory with your host, Lilian Garcia.
Welcome everybody to another edition of Chasing Glory. And where in the world am I? Well, as you know, last week I was in Orlando, many miles away from Orlando, as I am, as I say, in my country, because I grew up in Spain. I'm in Barcelona. That's right, Barcelona, Spain, and as I say it here, Barcelona. Welcome to Barcelona. It is so beautiful here. So many things to see. I grew up for the first 8 years of my life in Spain, and I just had to come back for Chasing Glory. And I wanted to thank Audible, because Audible is bringing this to you for free, and it is the reason that we are here traveling the world. So thank you, Audible, for sponsoring this. All you have to do is go to audible.com/Lilian Garcia, and you will get your 30 days free trial of Audible. Also, you'll get a free book and 2 Audible originals. All right, so Barcelona, incredible city, full of energy. And what I love is the architecture here. This was Antoni Gaudí. He actually created this La Sagrada Familia, which we're showing you right now. Incredible church. Oh my God, it started construction in 1882, but in 1926, he got hit by a train. He died, and then therefore the construction halted. Oh my gosh, to this day it has still not been finished. They've been trying little by little, and hopefully in 2026 it will be completed, which is 100 years after his death. So again, if you're watching the show, you're seeing the sights of La Sagrada Familia. If you're listening, you can definitely listen to the podcast and then go back and watch it on YouTube. Make sure you follow the show at Chasing Glory Podcast on Instagram, at Lilian Garcia on Instagram and Twitter, and Lilian Garcia official fan page on Facebook. All right, so right where I'm standing here is one of the most famous streets in Barcelona, and that is Las Ramblas. It is full of action. So many people, so much environment of just like energy, right? And then they also have markets. St. Joseph Market is right up the street from here. And right now, we're going to show you a little bit of it, because you've got all the things that you can think of buying in this place, from salts to hams to fish to fresh produce, fresh eggs, to, it's just incredible what you can get there. And it is absolutely delicious because it is so fresh. So definitely visit the market. This city is just full of energy. Something else is full of energy is the Street Profits. Yes, they are my guests today. I'm so excited. Montez and Angelo Dawkins. Incredible guys. They share a lot in this episode, and they really do open up just for you, to help you along the way of how they've been able to get through some of their struggles that they've endured. So all the way from Barcelona, how about it? Let's do it. Here is the Street Profits journey of Chasing Glory.
Although different paths in life, it is their common love for performing and entertaining that brought Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford together. Hailing from Fairfield, Ohio, and raised by a single mother, Angelo was a standout collegiate athlete at Harper College, capturing national titles in football, wrestling, and track. His achievements would make the transition to pro wrestling smooth, and he would get signed with the WWE in late 2012. He would make sporadic appearances for NXT for a few years before connecting with his Street Profits partner. Also raised by a single mother, Montez Ford would as well be a standout athlete in school, where he shattered records in track. And after earning Hanson High School Bearcats Athlete of the Year in 2007, he would enlist in the United States Marine Corps. He would later work as a contractor for the U.S. Navy and would actually apply to the WWE through their online recruitment website. A longtime fan, Montez was able to impress officials, and although he didn't get signed after his first tryout, he was kept on the WWE radar and was given a second chance which earned him a WWE contract. After an injury scare, Montez Ford was paired up with Angelo Dawkins, and the Street Profits were born. They quickly became one of the most entertaining acts in all of NXT and would continuously impress fans both in and out of the ring. And although they were a force in the NXT Tag Team division, they would wrestle for Evolve and would become the Evolve Tag Team Champions. Success would continue at NXT TakeOver 25 when they won a classic 4-team ladder match and became the NXT Tag Team Champions. The momentum would continue when they would make their main roster debut and would begin appearing in weekly backstage segments on Monday Night Raw, which are one of the highlights of the night. Whether it's Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, the Street Profits will no doubt be a standout of any tag team division. Get fired up, because it's about to get real, raw, and inspiring with the Street Profits.
Guys, I'm so excited to have you on here, seriously.
Thank you for having us.
Street Profits are in the house, you're chasing glory. Isn't that crazy? Like, you hear chasing glory. What do you think of when you hear of chasing glory? What comes to mind to you in your chase?
Chasing glory, first of all, like, I give honor to God all the time. And just chasing that glory of being just an imprint in just life and just being something positive all the time. Like, that's just like our whole mindset. And just being like something that our mothers can say and our families and our parents can say, like, you know what, they did it, you know? They did it. So that's the whole chasing glory for us. I mean.
And for you?
Chasing glory, just basically overcoming adversity to achieve your dreams and everything that you've set out that you want to achieve or want to do with your passion and everything like that. Just overcoming each and every obstacle that comes your way, and just keep getting better and just doing your thing, and until you finally reach that pinnacle of where you want to be, and you just be like,
Yeah, because you're always going to get thrown obstacles, and you just want to constantly adapt.
And the thing is that there's so many people that don't know what to do when an obstacle gets so thrown at them.
Right.
I mean, there's people that are devastated. They're so devastated. They don't even know how to make the next move at all. So I would love to hear from you guys, like some of your own obstacles and your own struggles and how the heck you overcame it. Because you're from a single mom, right?
Yes.
Your mom,
Yes. My parents split when I was it's around that time, like 6 years old, when we moved to Paisley, South Carolina. That's the first place we moved.
South Carolina?
Yeah.
I went to Columbia, South Carolina.
Columbia?
Yes.
Okay.
I grew up there. So I moved from Spain when I was 8 years old and moved to Columbia, South Carolina. And that's why I'm a Gamecock.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. All right.
My sister actually had the Gamecocks basketball in her room, like, and I used to like shoot free throws with it all the time. I remember that. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Small world.
Small world.
And we went to Paisley, South Carolina. My mama took, I was the baby. I was the baby boy. It was me, my oldest sister, Kanisha, and my sister, Kier. And we went to the South because, like, in Chicago, like, it was very, the environment it was, and our next door neighbor actually got murdered.
Oh, wow.
And that was kind of it for my mom. She was like, nope. And she took us down to Paisley, South Carolina, and then start raising us there. Wow. And then from there, she did the best she could. And unfortunately, we lost my oldest sister when I was 10, Kanisha. Wow. She had a car accident.
Oh, man.
Yeah, 17. Sorry. She had a daughter, though, who's just turned, Deja just turned, well, she's about to turn 20 this year, actually. Yeah, okay. So she has a daughter behind, and
was that tough for you?
Yeah.
Losing your sister at such a young age?
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, because how old were you when you lost her?
I was 10. I just turned 10.
So that's hard to understand at 10.
It was hard to understand at 10, and like for like a really long time, and even still to this day, it's like stuff I still hold on to, like, what could have I did different to like make sure, she was here, just like that heavy burden of holding on like for a really long time. And then like, that's just something, one of the things in chasing glory, just certain things that you hold on to from your childhood just to like and still achieve. So, but yeah, it was hard.
Do you hold on to as well the fact that life is so fragile that you get scared that anything can, like Bianca, for example, she goes somewhere and you're like, baby, be careful.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And like, it's funny you said that, because even, I think it was the other day in the house, like, 'cause we just moved into this new condo, and our hallway is really, really long. And when she gets really excited, she's like, baby, 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 baby. And I heard it, and I just panicked, because I was like, you know, just trying to make sure she was okay. She said, no, 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 it's fine. I was just excited about something. She said, why did you panic? It's just constant of just trying to make sure, like, everything around me is, like, you know, taken care of, and everyone's good, and everyone's, like, at a level mindset, because life's short. And even this inhale and exhale we taking in this moment right here and being in Chasing Glory is precious, you know. It's brand new.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Beautiful perspective, though.
Yeah.
What about you growing up, Free?
Pretty much single mom.
Same thing.
Yeah. My parents weren't even together when I was born. So, so my mom just raised me by herself.
Where were you living?
Cincinnati, Ohio, 513.
Representing.
Yeah. So just basically my pops wasn't around, so I had my uncles around, a couple of them, and they would help my mom, and then my grandma would obviously be with my mom as well, and she would help take care of me while my mom was working and stuff like that. And it's just been pretty much stayed in Ohio, played sports, and then I eventually graduated from high school, went to college at Harper College in Illinois, so I lived a couple years in Chicago, where he's from.
Yeah.
And I played football there, wrestled, and did track, won national championships in all three of them, and then ended up here.
He's the man.
Yeah.
That's awesome, you know, because you guys could have chosen a different path, because there's many, many kids out there that don't have their fathers in their lives, and they get very bitter about it and go down a path of destruction. Yeah. If it's not to themselves, it's to somebody else. Yeah. How were you guys able to pick the path that you did pick?
Well, I think mostly for me, and like I just never was. My mother never taught me to be angry with my father, and I never was angry with my father.
Did you know your father? Did you meet him?
I did meet my father. My father was involved with me growing up. Like I would go, like anytime we go to Chicago, I would spend time with him. But my mother took us to the South because that was just for her mind conscious, and you know, and just keeping us safe. And then, but she never taught me to be angry with him, because like she always taught me like things are the way they are because it's best for us. And like she never taught me to be angry with him. She never like kept me away from him. Like the phone lines were always open for me to call him to call me. So it was, I think that's like, for me, I think that's what helped me, is that she just didn't teach me to be angry with him, if that makes any sense.
That's right.
And I think that's a huge thing, because like if like the child is like, even my children, they sponges. They just soak up everything.
Right.
And they look at the parents as like superheroes. Like I thought my mom was Superwoman.
Yeah.
And like, you know, even still to this day,
Yeah.
I think she's Superwoman. And like, so anything like she was giving off to me, like I took that in, because that's mommy. You know, mommy's the one that's always taking care of me and making sure I'm good. So like, I think the fact that she didn't teach me to be bitter with him, if that makes any sense.
That's beautiful, and that says a lot about your mother.
Yeah, she never taught me to be angry with him.
Yeah, because there's a lot of divorce, obviously.
Yeah.
It's so high, right? And the couples will get so angry with each other that you said it, they teach that to their kids, or they like, how dare your dad do this, or how dare your mom do this, you know, all of that. And then you just end up not knowing, God, am I supposed to like my dad?
Yeah.
Right? If I do like my dad, does that mean that I'm now doing something against my mom?
Yeah, and I never had that. No, it was never like that. My mom like always kept it open, always spent time with her when we went to Chicago, and things were the way they were because that's the way, you know, God intended it. Was my mother, which she thought was best for, you know, children, and so along with my dad. So I think like that helped me a lot, just the fact that like she didn't teach me to be angry with him.
That's
you know?
awesome.
And I always was cool with him, was cool with my mom, and like it made me understand too that whatever happened between them, they didn't enforce it upon us and the kids.
That's amazing.
My sister. So.
Yeah. So Did you feel though at all like I mean, do you have a relationship with him now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
you
I just saw him. I just saw him when we went to Raw. What was that? A couple weeks ago. It was near. I think it was like near Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
And I remember I think Madison Square, or it was one of the New York shows, and I just took a flight there for like a couple of days and saw him again recently. So like, yeah, he's doing good.
Awesome. Does that make you want to be a better father?
Oh, yes.
To your kids? Yeah.
Absolutely. Cause like my dad, like he never tried to make a conflict in what my mother wanted to do with us too. Like even though they weren't together, he never like tried to make it a conflict that what she's doing, like it's not what's best for us. And he didn't make her feel bad about anything or any decision that she made with us, because
Even though she wanted to move you to South Carolina, he was fine.
Right. Even though like everything happened, and and God's plan was to like my sister, she was she's deceased, but like she still did the absolute best for us, and he never like burdened her for that, because
That's beautiful.
I think that's what helped us.
Yeah. Angelo, what about you? Do you have a connection with your father?
No.
No.
We
So you've never known him? Or
I've known him. Like when I was born, he was around. Like my mama and him weren't together, but like when I was younger, he was around. Every time's like I was supposed to be going with him for weekends, and then stuff would just happen, and he wouldn't be able to take me. So then like remember one instance, he was supposed to pick me up from school. Never did, so my grandma had to leave work early, come get me, take me, and my mom was pissed. She never like talked bad about him at all, but she was like pissed, obviously.
Yeah.
But like after that happened, I never wanted to talk to him again. And then like a couple years went by, I got older. He just randomly called. I didn't want to talk to him, but my mom was the one that told me to go, like she wanted me to at least have some type of relationship with him. And because like she didn't have a relationship with her father, so she didn't want the same thing to happen to me. And I ended up talking and we chilled for a little bit, and then we just didn't really see eye to eye on a lot of things, and that just kind of deteriorated our relationship, so I don't talk to him anymore.
What does that do for you, like the little boy that got stranded at the side, at school?
It motivates me.
It motivates you.
Yeah.
So you do things because I'll show dad?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like like you said, a lot of kids, their parents are not there.
Yeah.
They take it out either on themselves or they take it out on other people. I was one of those kids when I was younger. I had a pretty bad temper. I mean, as I got older and more I matured and stuff like that. And then like obviously my mom was like, hey, that's not the way we're gonna do things. And like I found like a gateway in playing sports and all that stuff. But I just used it as motivation, like, all right, you about to see what I'm about to become.
Yeah.
And each and every day, like that's how I approach it. And I mean, doing pretty good right now.
You are. I love the fact that you changed that anger, but it's so understandable why you would be angry. I'd be infuriated. Yeah. Right. I'd be hurt. I would be like, it makes you feel like, what, am I just chopped liver? Yeah. I'm your own child, right? But then you start realizing the more we talk, the more of this, and the more you see the perspective sometimes from them, they're broken. Your dad is broken. Yeah. Something's broken. Yeah. Where not a unbroken person does not go around leaving their child. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's not really you.
Yeah.
Because it would have happened to anybody in your spot. Mm-hmm. That's how you know. But the wounds are there. Yeah. The wounds are there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard.
So when you get these kinds of accomplishments, does it fill you?
Yeah. Fills me.
Or does it fill you for a little bit and then you're looking for the next?
I mean, I'm always looking for the next. Like, what can I do to get better and stuff like that? Well, like any kind of success, I'll take it. But as of now, like now what we're on Raw. Now we're about to go live on the USA Network with NXT. So like being on both of those, so it's just like, all right, what's next? What's next for us to do and stuff like that.
Are you guys soaking in the moment too?
Oh yeah.
You said like.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a million miles an hour, but that's what we like. We million miles an hour all the time. Like we're always we're always on. It's just like I say all the time. Like I said every morning when I wake up, I say God is good, and like we're blessed to be in this position, to be in this platform, to just give off so much positive energy because it's a lot of things happening in the world right now.
Right.
And like we just want to be like every single glory we've chased and every single obstacle we've passed, we're just trying to push so much positive energy to the world in any kind of way. You know, we're not trying to be negative, you know, or anything. It's just that's our main thing, and just soaking it all in and just trying to be like a bright part of what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
we
need more. We need more street profits for sure. All right, so Angelo, actually, I wanted to ask you about this because you've been at NXT from, my God, 20?
Gatekeeper.
12.
He was the premiere of like the very first SNL, everything. He was there in Jurassic Park period. He was there when they said, "Let there be light." He had the big scissors, was right there.
Oh my God. There we go. Boom. Oh my God, dude, how does that feel though? Because yes, now you're on Raw, doing things at NXT, but for a while there, you're seeing people that are coming in 2015, 2016, 2017, going to Raw, going to SmackDown. Like, here you are, 2012, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean,
Give the honest, I want to hear it.
Oh man.
I mean, because you can't be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Give me how you feeling and then how you got through it.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of people out there that have been waiting and waiting and waiting or about to give up. They need to hear from you.
Yeah.
Well, tell you this, the very first thing that I learned when I first got here, Booker T told me this.
Okay.
He was like, whatever you did sports-wise before you got here, detox.
Detox.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Basically just like you were at the peak of your game somewhere else, you're going to a completely new place.
Right.
Especially me, like I have no background in professional, in wrestling. So, I mean, I amateur wrestle, but not the same as here. Like everything that I was taught there kinda doesn't really apply to here. Like we have to be showmen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, it was just basically whatever I knew there, come in here with it, like a open mind, be ready to learn because it's gonna be a completely different learning curve, which it was. And so watching people that came in like 2015, 16, 17, go straight up to like Raw, also had to take back and was like, yo, majority of those dudes have been doing this for a while, like before they even got here. So like they've traveled the world, they've wrestled countless, like a bunch of matches. They have all this experience and everything. Like they kind of already got it figured out.
Right.
So when they got here, they were like, oh yeah, y'all ready to go up. And it's just like, they have that experience for a reason and they see that in them for a reason. Me, anytime that happened and I saw it, there would be people that get mad, but me, I just kind of like, not gonna lie, I kind of sucked, but at the same time, I was like, yo, like they did all that. The furthest I ever traveled was like Arizona for a bowl game, so.
Yeah.
So like, and
So
like.
you put things in perspective.
Yeah, I always had to put things in perspective because if you don't, like.
Oh, it could eat you up.
Yeah, it'll drive you crazy around
self-esteem.
here. Yeah. And so it's just like, all right, this is, granted, I've been here longer than everybody here at the PC, going on 7 years next, but the day before we go live.
Wow. Wow.
It'll be 7 years, so I just had to look at, oh man, I just started a year ago. Oh, I just started 2 years ago. And then like, crazy part about it was I didn't really start actually doing mediocre okay until like 5th year here, because like I was just still learning. I'm still learning now, but I'm a lot more comfortable doing everything than I was when I first walked in.
Right.
And it's a completely different Dawkins. And so like, it's just putting things in perspective, keeping your ears open, your mouth shut, listening to whatever your coaches are telling you, and just keep grinding. Even when you think nobody's watching, somebody's watching. No matter what you're doing, how you handle yourself, what's your attitude walking in.
Yeah.
Like
Even when you leave here.
Yeah, like you just always got to keep your head keep your head up straight, and then
whether you're
and it's just, man, yeah.
I'm sure it felt good though.
Oh, it
when
felt
you got
great.
Called. Like when you're
Oh,
you're gonna be making appearances on Raw. You're gonna be
Yeah.
But it was wild because it wasn't like a move where you just went there and then you stayed there. You guys have been on both.
Yeah, we've been on both.
And you're cool with that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's exciting now,
Yeah,
though, too, right?
it's cool.
kind of worked out. The fact that now it's going live on USA. It's
Right.
pretty
Yeah.
exciting to be part of NXT.
Yeah, it's just like what we're doing right now is like we're trying to take this to like another level, because like right now I think we're the only tag team or act, if you would say, is like that's going back and forth between doing live Raw and doing NXT, road loops.
Right.
And then we're still doing the actual Florida and coconut loops too. So we're still making appearances everywhere. Yeah. Everywhere. We're everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what we want though.
Yeah.
The more we can get out there, the more we can.
Now, you came from sports as well, Montez. You came, you were in track.
Yes, I ran track. I did cross country as well.
I did too.
Yeah.
I love
They had
cross-country.
us. So we did cross country to get our endurance up for track, like because our track coach was our cross country coach. I say that 5 times.
Right.
Coach as well. So we would do cross country, and then we'll have our endurance up for track. So, and then what helped me out too was I did ROTC the whole 4 years in high school. So that was my main sports. I was a runner. I was just a runner, and I did football when I was younger, but Mama didn't want me to get hurt, so she took me out of football. I did wrestling for a little bit too, and then she saw a couple of my teammates get hurt. She took me out of wrestling, so Mama was like, But then running was the one thing she was like, okay, he can't get hurt running. And I can deal with a pulled hamstring or or a torn, or not even torn anything, but I can deal with a pulled hamstring or he's stretched, but
Yeah. Did you get, Angelo, did you get hurt in football?
Did I get hurt?
Yeah.
I got a couple nicks and bruises, but I was all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually okay.
Oh, okay. That's cool. So then you making the crossover into wrestling was pretty easy for you, yes?
Yes, because I did, like I said, I did a little bit in middle school, and then I actually watched it my entire life. In my entire life, I watched it growing up, watched it. So I kind of knew all the, the legends and everything and announcers,
Oh.
So, and then had every single
Thank you.
had every single SmackDown game from 1 all the way up. But the transition, it was easy in the essence of knowing wrestling and watching it, but it was, like he said, it was ground zero, because now it's learning how they did all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And when you start discovering how they did all this stuff, you go wow,
What was the biggest thing that surprised you from watching it to actually doing it?
Ooh, that's a good. Oh, the pacing of just catching everyone up on what you're doing, and knowing when you're in the moment, and to just it's like a, gosh, how to explain it? It's like magic.
Yeah, you got to orchestrate it.
You gotta pace it, orchestrate it, like you said, and even everyone has a complete part in what we do. Every single person, from the fans. I wouldn't call them fans. I would say prophets or people they are people.
Yeah.
The people, the ring announcers, the commentators, the superstars, the Titantron. Everything is all flowing at once. That's the biggest thing to me, is just knowing that how everything I was watching, everything was a flow. You know, even when the superstars would come out, the announcer would talk, the commentators wouldn't speak, and it's everything. Just realizing all that small.
And the music.
Oh, the music.
What a difference the music makes.
Oh gosh.
Whoa, seriously.
Music blasting. Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
It's like, I remember the first show I went to, my mother took us, it was in 2000, and I remember it was, I remember The Rock came out, and it's just how booming the music was and how the crowd just erupted and popped. I was like, gosh, man, this is like, it was a whole nother different experience from watching it.
Yeah.
And that's what made me love it even more. Just that was it. I was like, man, this is crazy. You know, so I think that's what did it for me too.
I know you love The Rock.
Yeah, that's.
Have you met him yet?
No.
Oh.
Have not met him yet.
Well, you know, Dwayne and I had many interviews
yeah,
and oh my God.
Yeah, this
He's so great.
I don't even know if I can even talk about some of the interviews right now. We're in a whole nother era.
It's called the Attitude Era. Yeah,
there's definitely some attitude there. So
Completely different.
Trust me. It's so funny because when I was here and I got asked to do these things, and I am like naive, like straight edge kind of deal. And I was like, wait, what? But now I look back and I laugh so hard at so many things. Well, because he made it comfortable for me too. He was super, super cool. So I hope that moment comes.
Yeah.
Because he's really chill. He's awesome.
That's why I hear all the time. So I can't wait. So if he's watching.
Yeah.
I'm watching
It's going
you.
to happen. It's going to happen.
We're watching you.
I'm sure this place can make it happen. What about you, Angelo? What was it about wrestling? When did you start watching? What was it that grabbed you?
I watched it a little bit as a kid. I wasn't very much because my mom was kind of very
against it.
Yeah. So
those moms, damn it.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, it was very funny because like me and wrestling have a very interesting story because it's just like when I started amateur wrestling.
Yeah.
I walked up to my mom my junior year of high school. I was like, "Hey, Mom, I want to go wrestle," and she was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to go wrestle." She was like completely against it, and like I had like my coaches from my high school go to her and like, look, we think your kid can do some damage here, like,
oh, wow.
And like she was talking because like she knows I like football a lot,
yeah.
So it was like, yo, it could help me with football and all this stuff, like, and like everything. So like she was very, very hesitant to sign off on it, and then she ended up signing off on it, and then she realized I was like, oh, this is so bad after all.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
so like, basically, I think this 100%. Had I not did amateur wrestling, there's no way I would be here right now, because that's how I got recruited. Yeah. National duels in Iowa. We were at Northern Iowa that year, and Jerry Briscoe was there.
Oh, Jerry, I love Jerry.
So,
he's awesome.
Freaking, my coaches came up to me, and they were like, "Hey, Jerry Briscoe wants to talk to you," because me and one of our other heavyweights, Adam, we were just drilling around, just wrestling around, getting warmed up.
Yeah.
And so they're like, "Hey, Jerry Briscoe, Vince McMahon's right-hand man, wants to talk to you." And I look at him like, "Man, shut up, dog." I'm like thinking that they're joking. Like, yeah. And at that time I didn't know who Jerry Briscoe was, but like I'm like, right. All right, I heard WWE. I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. I gotta go focus.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. And like they were like, "No, we're serious." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." What are y'all gonna tell me next? LeBron James is here just kicking it at a wrestling tournament. All right. But
somebody's punking me.
Right. Somebody's like, I'm thinking it's a flat out joke, and like sure enough, I'm gonna get done wrestling. Sit down. Jerry Briscoe's just right there. "Hey, how you doing, Gary?" I'm like, oh, y'all weren't okay.
Okay.
It wasn't a joke. And so like we were talking for a minute, and he was just like, "Yeah, I think you should come try out," and all this stuff. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And like that's when I kind of started back. Like this time, obviously, I was not at home.
Yeah.
With my mom, so like
right.
I was watching wrestling at my own will. So basically, that was when I started really watching. It was like, this doesn't look. I was like, okay, I think I could do this.
Like, what was it that sparked you that said, "I got to do this"?
Man.
Because you've been committed.
Yeah.
To be gone this long, like 7 years, a lot of people would have given up.
Yeah.
So there's something that's pulling you
Well,
to stay.
it was just pretty much.
It's me.
I love it.
I'm his best friend.
What sparked it was just honestly the trash talking. I like talking smack a lot. So
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny though, because there's so many people that are so scared of the promos.
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I was very scared of the promos when I first got here, but like for some reason, like it was just it took me so long to kind of realize, oh, I just got to be like how I am at home. Cause in front of the camera at first, I'd just be like, yeah, my name is Angelo, and yeah, I like gummy worms, and like there was a promo that I did, probably my second promo, and a couple of guys like Aiden English and all of them were there. They remember it. It was talking about people were saying my head was so big, they kept calling me Jug.
Whoa.
So like I did a promo on being called Jug, and it was possibly the worst promo ever in wrestling history.
Wow.
And
I gotta see this promo.
I know, right? We got to dig this out.
I remember because Byron Saxton was still there, and he was helping out with promos. Dusty Rhodes was there, and he literally said, yo, that was so bad that it was good. Like if your character was just cutting bad promo, like that would be you. Like it was just that bad
Yeah,
of
yeah,
a promo.
yeah.
Wasn't a compliment by any means.
Right,
And
right,
I'm just like, oh man. But then like you catch me just chilling, like I'm out with everybody. I'm just talking smack, like watching football.
So did Dusty say, take that and now turn it up?
Well,
Because that's usually what he would advise.
pretty much, yeah. And it was just like I'm a completely different dude with like a bunch of the guys that I was in front of the camera, and so like I'll never forget. I was chilling at the crib with Tyler Breeze because we were living together when we moved out to here. Like I was just a completely different dude, just referring to myself as like the curse of greatness and all this stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, why don't you do this when you wrestle? And I was like, I don't know, haven't thought about it, because I was just walking out there, generic Angelo Dawkins, and then he was like, I was just walking around just randomly putting 2 headbands on for no reason.
Right.
Just to walk around talking smack. Like we'll be playing video games and I'll just beat them or whatever. And so I'll just be talking, I'm like, man, I can't be stopped. Like nobody in this house can stop me, man. I'm just cursed. I'm cursed. Like, and I was just like, then they were like, dude, do it. And then one day I went out there and wrestled like that, and then it started to kind of just like take off from there. And then as I was gaining momentum, I started gaining more confidence in front of the camera, and it was starting to just turn like I pretty much can be in front of the camera like I'm just chilling with the boys.
I love
at the
that.
end.
Yeah.
So,
I think people make it harder than it really has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. For you, was it easy for you to do promos, Montez?
I just run my mouth all the time. Like but
No, but was it natural?
Natural. I think, like he said, like it's just a matter of like, because when you first get here, you kind of get in the mode of you have to play wrestler, but you don't have to play wrestler or sports entertainer. Like that's just, they just want you to be yourself. And so it takes time for you to gradually, like we said earlier, about learning the pacing and just learning how to talk. And because a promo is promoting yourself, and you have to learn how to like not only say your name, but say your intentions and say, you know, whatever is going to be the closing statement, and also put yourself in all of that. So that was like the main thing for me, learning to do. But difficult, yeah. I mean, yeah, it gets a little difficult at times. You know?
Do you guys still struggle with it a little bit? Because you guys are now given these long segments on Raw. These are like 2 and 3 minute segments. Like, this is a good chunk.
Like we're not going to sit here and be like, yo, this is easy. Like, like now it's very good. It's like how we've been going through our entire lives. It's like we get something, and it's like, okay, let's do this. And like we don't want to get handed. We don't ever want this entire industry to hand us something and we not make it out of anything, because we don't want to make excuses for anything, because like who are us to say like, well, what is this? It's like, somebody else could probably do it, you know. But we want to be the one. They hand us like an opportunity that we make it out of something, you know. So that's.
You guys, how did you gel? How did you guys initially? I mean, obviously you met here.
Yeah.
But was it an instant bond that you guys created?
Yeah, we hated each other.
Ha ha.
We did. We used to
Seriously?
fight all the time.
Aw.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It was on site.
Yeah.
What?
He had a Camry, and like one time he was trying to drop me off from the show, and we almost didn't make it home. There was a fight right there. And then there was another time we was at.
I was like, wait, no, I'm not even believing this.
But that is a true story though about the Camry. Yeah.
So let's talk about the Camry. What happened?
So we was doing what was we doing? We was doing something we had no business doing probably. And then we was going. I know I needed a ride back to my apartment that I was staying at the time, but he was at the PC, and I was like, all right, man, you think, I mean, I could take an Uber, but you think you take me to my house? He was like, if the Camry make it, bro. He had this Camry for so long. I think that Camry, how long was the Camry?
To be fair, all right, that Camry, I got that Camry off of somebody that was previously in Tampa when we were still there. So like,
That's how long he's had it.
I got the Camry from him, so
Okay.
then it became my car.
That's how long he's
so
had
like,
it.
yeah, that car has
Moving
been
vehicle, it's okay.
that car's been a part of WWE history.
But we made it.
still have it?
But we made it. No, he got a chart. He upgraded now.
Okay.
I'll never forget. So like, yeah, like that was just like that week. Camry's just like acting up. I was like, oh man. And so like I went to take it, go get looked at, and it was like, seems fine. And I was like, y'all sure? And it was like, yeah. So like, I mean, they did everything like make sure the oil and everything was cool. I was like, all right. Still like, I'm just driving. I'm like, yo, this ain't it. And I'm just like, all right, maybe it's the tires. And nah, it was running on this last legs.
Yeah. But it made it.
So it did make it.
Oh yeah, it made it.
It made
It
it.
was a trooper.
Yeah, I dropped him off. That was the first time I was like, yo, man, I don't think this gonna make it. Like the way that it was driving, I was like,
Yeah.
it's about to die at some point, any second. Like luckily, like I ended up dropping him off. Went to like I took it home.
Yeah.
And then I'll never forget the next day. I was just like, I was talking with Dash Wilder and Apollo Crews. And Dash like knew a guy right up the street from here that helped him out with like getting his car when he moved here. So I went to go holler at his guy. But I remember Apollo was the one that took me. And so Apollo Crews was with me that whole time trying to get a new car. So like we got done, I remember we got done here like, I think it was a short day too. Yeah. We got done at like 1. Yeah. And like we got to the dealership. Yo, Apollo stayed with me. Yeah. And like we didn't leave there till like 9.
Because you were wheeling and dealing.
Yeah. Ended up getting a new car, and then I had to take, like, I left the Camry here. I was like, all right, I'll bring the Camry. Like, they were like, yeah, you can bring the Camry tomorrow. And so I'm like, all right, cool. So, like, I ended up with a new car.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's a feeling like, right? To have your own car, a new car.
Well.
Everything that you worked hard for?
Oh, it was great. I mean, man. I missed the Camry though.
You what? After that scary night, I thought we weren't gonna make. I was so scared.
Well, for one, the Camry was my first car ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your baby.
2, the Camry was a lot cheaper.
You had no car note, man.
Yeah, I ain't have no car note with the Camry. Yeah. So I actually had a car note with this car. I'm like, yo, this about yo.
It just got real.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, man, this adult life starting to get crazy now.
Smartest move ever, though. He literally drove it till the wheels fell off. Like, literally. Smart.
Well, the first thing that was told to me once I got the car was like, hey, like, because we had shows that were like an hour and a half, 2 hours away and stuff. So, like, he's like, hey, dog, don't be trying to be no hero. All right? You just hitchhike with somebody else. You got you a car that can get you from wherever you need to be in practice until home.
Yeah.
That's it.
Don't be driving in no hour. Like, obviously, I had to drive it from Tampa to here, but, I mean, that wasn't too bad. But he was like, yeah, bruh, that car's seen some bad days. Be ready. I'm like, all right, I got you. So, like, literally would drive that thing till the wheels fell off. And
Is it at a junkyard? Is it
I have no clue where it's. Yeah.
Do we know where the car is?
I hope it's resting well, because it got us home that night.
I wish you could have taken a little piece of it and put it on a plaque.
Yeah, it got us home that
I
night.
think I have a picture of me somewhere. I have a picture of me with the car. Yeah, with the Camry.
Oh, that's awesome.
Camry was a.
What's another adult thing that has shocked you now? Like becoming an adult.
Yeah.
Transition's not easy, right?
Yeah, man, what's another thing, huh? You're an adult now.
Adult life, one thing that's changed besides the car note. Having a girlfriend.
How's that going?
Oh, it's going cool. I mean, we've been together for about 3.5 years, 4 years now. But yeah, that was like a completely different. I mean, this is the first girlfriend I ever had. So
Really?
yeah. So I guess I'm doing a pretty decent job.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, when you know, and I think that's great.
Yeah. But I mean, now we live
Has she
together.
softened you up?
Come on now.
Come on, man. You chasing glory, man. Come on, man.
Soften me up.
Well, I mean, have you it's okay to be in love.
Yeah, it's okay to be in love.
Shut up, man.
You're talking to a man that is head over heels over Bianca. I see the photos.
Yeah, I know him, but I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to be funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. It's chasing glory. This is all about chasing glory.
A lot of things I have softened up on. Like, for a minute, yeah, I know I still owe Aiden English a steak. It's like for the longest. I mean, a lot of people don't realize this. I was very young spent my whole 20s here. So
Yeah.
His whole puberty was here.
Yeah.
Whole
Wow.
time puberty was.
my whole 20s were here, so I was still in I'm in college phase, like just running around and like having fun and all that stuff. So like for the longest, like they'd be talking about like their old ladies and stuff. I'm like, oh, sucks for y'all. I ain't got to answer to nobody. Peace out. And I'm just like doing my own thing. And then they were just like, I remember Aiden was like, all right, Dawkins, wait till somebody snatches you up. I'm like, yeah, all right, that ain't never happening. I'm like, sure enough.
It happened.
Ended up meeting this girl, and I was just like, all right, I'll give this a shot. And then we were talking, then talking led to dating, then dating led to us living together.
Yeah, it's dope.
Shout out to 803. That was my former house. 803 in the building.
Mistake.
Yeah. Don't
But it's-
remind him though, even though it's on camera.
It's too late now. It's on chasing glory, man.
No, but I mean, what for you, Montez? I mean, it's apparent that you love Bianca and she adores you. I mean, for you, what has it meant, especially having her here on this ride with you?
Oh, it's everything. It's like we're going through the same experiences together, the same successes together. Every time she does well, I'm extremely happy. Every time I does well, she's extremely supportive, and it's just being on the same wavelength, and like, it's amazing. Like I'm truly blessed. She's amazing too. She even made this
God,
cup for me.
Yeah.
The gold glove that I wear, she made that.
She's unbelievable.
Yeah,
how she makes all her outfits.
Yeah,
and all.
everything.
I am in like awe.
She does it all. Like she
Like
does
when
it
I
all.
see her post and she's like, I just created this. I'm like, you bitch. Just
Like,
kidding.
we have a.
but I just can't do that. That's why.
We got it's a
crazy.
full room in our condo just full of everything she's made. It looks like.
It's unbelievable. I do not have that talent, so I'm
crazy.
always envious when I see that.
She's always like moving her hands. She's. I just let her do it. I'm like, go ahead, babe. Just whatever you. I just go get the supplies, and every day like we'll have like new shipments come in of like stuff she's making, and it's crazy. But yeah. She's the best.
It's funny because when I had her on here on Chasing Glory, and we were talking also about her maybe possibly, being called over to Raw or SmackDown and all, and she's like, yeah, but my husband, like, you guys don't want to leave each other, and I can understand that.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that even though you're still doing stuff on Raw, you can still be at NXT with her.
Yeah, and it helps. It helps out a lot, and we love it, and it's like I said, we're so used to being together all the time, and he picks, he like said something the other day about it too. He's like, we're always together. It's like, that's my little mesh, you know.
Because your girlfriend's not in wrestling.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice little break.
But it works for you because
yeah.
the fact that this is your first girlfriend, I can't imagine you wanting her to be around you all the time. You're used to having that alone time, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to have that. What works for you is not necessarily the same thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're just obsessed with each other. That's
Yeah. No, but that's beautiful. You guys just celebrated, how many years?
It was our 1 year
1 year.
anniversary.
It was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, 1 year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
And, thank you so
Yeah.
much. But yeah, she's the best. I love her to death. Love you, sweetheart.
God, always in your life?
Always, first and foremost. I feel like
And
that's
Yeah.
yeah. First and foremost for but I mean that's
What is it like? I'm seeing it seems like, Montez, your mom really instilled that in you.
yes. I grew up church like based from pretty much as far as I can remember. In Chicago, I was in my home church is New Friendship Baptist Church, which is in Chicago, Illinois, and I was from a little sprout. I was in the choir singing. Was in the Freemanites. Shout out to the Freemanites. Was in the Freemanites, and we used to sing all the way up until we used to have like little mini concerts on Sundays, and just from then on, just been church based, and it's been the structure that's been pretty much orchestrated my entire life, and I just I do believe like it was a time in my life where I have strayed away. I do feel like I strayed away, and as I look back on it, I do notice like I did stray away, and certain things happened because I didn't allow that structure that I was taught my whole life be part of my life. And ever since I got back into it, I feel like it's been a constant incline.
Do you mind sharing some of the stuff that you maybe strayed, that it affected you?
Well, just being like, as far as like not making mature decisions when it comes to doing things in life, actions, relationship, offers, responsibilities, just not making the correct decisions because that structure wasn't there. And I feel like sometimes when I did that, I'm not gonna speak for everyone, I feel like when I did that, things happen, and it's responsibilities I'm taking care of today, but I feel like by having that structure back in my life, it's orchestrated everything correctly, and everything's in synchronized order. And like how my life is now is, I feel like everything's in line because I've allowed that structure back in my life.
That's a good feeling.
Oh yeah, and it's balanced. Like happy wife, happy life. God first and everything. So it's good. I feel like I'm extremely blessed.
So Angelo, when I asked that question and you're like, was it never instilled in you?
It was. I just like, more so of like it was instilled in me, but me and church have a nice little distant relationship.
Did it burn you at any time?
A little bit. It was more when I was younger, and it was just stuff that they were just trying to like. Church I went to was okay, but they were very demanding at times for certain things, which, I mean, I guess that's any church, but like they were kind of getting absurd, and it was just kind of getting to a point where it was just annoying me. And as I got older and older, I just started rebelling. Wasn't nothing against my homie upstairs, but it was just more towards like the people that were at the church, and then things were said. Do I regret them? No. But I mean, I feel like I've always had a relationship with God. Obviously, I mean, without him, none of this is possible, but also have the feeling of I never needed to go to church to begin with.
Yeah.
And you guys talk about that?
Yeah, we talk about it because like, it's not like, so like he said, like in those environments, there are like certain people that do make people turn away from like religion because the people in it kind of like may twist it into a certain way that make people rebel against it. And it's like what is this, you know? But that's when people stray away from like what I believe was just the word. And I feel like that's what turns people away. And like I don't force anything upon anybody about like, you know, you all should go to church, and if you don't go to church, like you're going to hell. Like I don't that's I feel like people that do that, they make the people rebel against it because that's not what it's about. We're just telling people, like, because of what we believe in our structure, that's what's helped us to obtain and chase the glory and gain success. Right. So our story is different from everyone else's.
Yeah,
but
I think it's beautiful. I mean, everyone does have a different story and a different being affected by it. Right. But I do remember when Sting was a guest and he talked about how his whole life, here he was at the top of the pinnacle of WWE and everything that was happening, and he said I was the most miserable person. I was so sad. And I was astray. I was making choices, like you were saying, making choices that were not, health related choices, that were helpful to him. And so he turned to God. He turned to, I don't know if he went to church. I'm not really sure yet, but he said that turned it all around for him. So for some people, it helps. Yeah, and it's like you said, for some people it helps, and then it's just. I know for us, that's what helped us. Yeah. And like, I'm a true believer, like from day one, because like I feel like everything now is because I've completely submitted myself to him, and everything now, like I count everything as an extreme blessing. I'm in a tag team with one of my best friends, my boys. Yeah. So how did that happen? Like, tell me, because I kind of asked you earlier, but we went on another. That's a very interesting story, by the way, which is how we happened. I actually was coming off injury. I got a concussion from trying to do a springboard 450. And scary. That's what the Wikipedia says. It was a scary accident or a scary injury.
Well, I don't remember, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but okay.
Dose the citrus spring.
And then, so after that, we had a taping that happened. What was that, like June or something? It was like a June or July taping, and I had a match with Steve Cutler, who we actually still go at to this day, us and Forgotten Sons, and he had a match with No Way Jose. I think my match was before his, and then his came on afterwards. And then a couple of people came up to us, was like, I think we're gonna like see if we're gonna make you guys work as a tag team. And we're just like, okay, cool, shoot.
Were you friends already?
Yeah, we was already boys.
Oh,
so it was like, okay,
that's
cool. Like this is.
So you guys never thought about it?
No. It was just like, okay, this is cool. Like you know, it's very like I said, we're fortunate to be like, you know, in a tag team with like, especially somebody you already know, because it's just like, okay, he knows my mannerisms, his mannerisms, so.
But like, it's just like, just a rapport, and we're already been cool for so long that like, it was pretty easy to just mesh and stuff like that, and it's not like now finding moves that correlate, a little bit different than like, well, like us talking, very easy.
Yeah, promos and stuff like this.
Oh, you can see the chemistry.
Right.
For sure, it totally gels.
But as you can see, like our movements are very like different. Like, I'm athletic, but he's can outjump me at freaking any aspect possible.
You admitted to it on camera?
Oops, he forgot we were on. Too late. Keep going.
Chasing glory. All right, go ahead.
Oh, wow. That's it.
He knows deep down. Yeah. 285 and still jump with the best of them, all right?
He can go. He's the man.
But nah, like, he's obviously the high flyer of, like, y'all ain't really gonna catch me on the top rope and all that stuff. I've done it, like, twice, but...
He'll get up there.
Yeah, it's kind of like Ric Flair.
Man, please don't fall. But yeah, like...
No, Rick, don't!
And like me, I'm just more of the power guy. I could just run through people and stuff like that. So like finding like a correlation.
That's what's so cool. You're high flying. You're like the bulldozer.
He's a whole lot stronger than he realizes too. Like he's strong.
Yeah.
He's
football in you helps for sure.
Yeah, he's strong.
All right, so what do you want to see, like in your careers here? What is it that's the pinnacle?
We just want to go on forever. Like,
well, you're not going to be 80 wrestling. I'm sorry to tell you. I don't know. Mae Young and Moolah did, but
We wanna, we wanna.
Maybe we got vibranium hot somewhere.
But we want to be the absolute most adaptable. I didn't even say that right.
adaptable.
Adaptable.
New word, adaptable.
Adaptable. That sound like a
Adaptable.
dinosaur.
That's a new word, adaptable.
That sound like
Trying to make us a dinosaur now?
the most adaptable
Yeah.
tag team of all time. Like any single thing that's like come our way, we want to be the one that meshes with time. Like what's that thing we was talking about recently? That act that just the event that just keeps going with time and it just keeps.
Versatility.
Yeah,
Oh, you want to be versatile.
that's all.
Versatile.
Okay.
Versatile. We just want to keep going.
Yeah.
Keep spreading positive energy. Just keep giving back to the world. Just keep being that bright beam of light. I know this sounds cliche, but we just want to show like our struggles, our adversity that we overcame. Like we made no excuses and we're still here. I feel like in life, people are going to get hit and thrown a bunch of things. That's life.
That's life.
Life is just going to happen that way.
Right.
But we're just two examples. We're not everyone example. We're two examples of us, of what we did, our structure, our struggles, and we're two examples of we got things thrown at us too. And we found ways to continue to chase the glory. And I think the one thing that we kept and that you yourself kept in the success is consistency.
Yeah.
And like even if one day you may not completely feel it, but you just keep going. That's the main thing, is that we just kept going.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you just keep going, like that's the whole thing, is chasing glory. Like when you chase something, you don't stop.
Right.
You always are chasing it. Even now, like with all the things that happened to us that we're fortunate and blessed to be a part of with Raw and NXT, and actually to be out there and just continue to like be there. And it's like we're still going. Like it doesn't stop.
So
Gotta have tunnel vision.
Yeah, you just gotta
I
go.
love that. So as we wrap this up, I could talk to you guys all day, but I know you got schedules and all that. I want to ask you first, Angelo, has your chase for glory looked the way you thought it was going to look? Like you're a little kid looking at your future.
Actually, no. Because like as a little kid, I was like, my mindset was, oh man, I want to play football and all this stuff. But would I trade it for the world? No.
So you're having a great time.
Yeah, I'm having a blast.
That is awesome. What about you, Montez?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel like I never, like when I was younger, I never felt like I never knew the exact plan of how I wanted to get to be a professional entertainer. And I just knew like if I stayed consistent in my structure, believing in God first and my structure, and just always constantly just moving forward, like, and listening to like my parents and my mother of like stuff is gonna get thrown your way, but you have to always keep trust and faith and just go, because if you stop, it's not gonna.
Yeah. So you saw yourself as an entertainer from you being a kid?
Saw myself, I wanted to be an entertainer. I wouldn't like see myself as an entertainer. I just knew like I wanted to do something in that aspect. And I knew to get there, like I had to just keep going, you know.
And here you are in wrestling, WWE. I love it. Well, I can't wait to continue seeing both your journeys. This is amazing. Thank you guys for being on. Of course. Let people know right now how to find you on social media, because I'm sure they're going to want to follow you, stalk you, all that good stuff.
You find me at Instagram at Montez Ford WWE, and Twitter Montez Ford WWE.
Great. Consistency. There you go.
Instagram at adocs_COG, and Twitter completely different at Angelo Dawkins.
All right. I know sometimes you get lucky enough to get both, and sometimes it has to change up. But you guys were awesome.
Thank you so
seriously, thank you for bringing positivity to Chasing Glory.
Thank
All right.
you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chasing Glory with Lilian Garcia.
All right, and there you go. Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, the Street Profits. Amazing guys. Thank you so much, guys, for being so real, raw, and inspiring, and being so open with your stories so that you can help somebody else out there that is struggling through the same thing. All right, so remember that I told you about the market. If you're watching this on youtube.com/Lilian Garcia, well, I'm standing in the middle of it. Now, this is just one corridor because it goes on for like 5 corridors. It is amazing. So many things here, like I mentioned. Here's some of the hams that I was telling you about. Delicious. So definitely, when you're in Barcelona, make sure you come to La Boqueria, which is St. Joseph's Market. All right, thank you so much to Audible for bringing the show for all of you for free. Remember that you can go to audible.com/Lilian Garcia so you can get your free 30-day trial, your free book, and also your free 2 Audible originals. And thank you guys for following the show at Chasing Glory Podcast on Instagram, also at Lilian Garcia on Instagram and Twitter, and Lilian Garcia official fan page on Facebook. Well, until next time, you'll see where we're at with Chasing Glory. From Barcelona, Spain, though, thank you so much. Much peace, love, and passion. And in Spanish, that is pasión, or this way, paz, amor, y pasión. Takes me a minute, just a second. So much peace, love, and passion. And remember to always be yourself and trust that it's enough. Muchísimas gracias. Lo quiero mucho. Mwah. Bye.
Thanks for joining us here on Chasing Glory from executive producer Lilian Garcia. Don't forget to share this episode with your friends and be sure to subscribe at Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your favorite shows.